Once again, I'm right, you're wrong. My opinions are just on another level. You cannot stop me from having the best takes in the hip-hop review community. But guys, even almighty gods like myself can have a fall from grace and occasionally change their mind. You guys know this infamous series by now where I rank the track list of two classic albums against each other to find out which track list is the better track list. Well, here is a part 2. Have my thoughts changed or stayed the same? Let's find out. Or as Dr. Stephen Strange would say,
Scooby-Doo this.
Graduation versus Good Kid, Mad City track list ranking. We're gonna go track by track to see which track on which album is the better track. Good Morning versus Charade. I'm going with the eerie vibes from Charade. Right off the bat, I already fumbled the bag. A ghost must have possessed me because Good Morning is an iconic intro track. Listen, Charade is also amazing. The storytelling on top of this haunting instrumental is insane. But in terms of memorability and enjoyability, Good Morning easily should have taken the cake here. Champion versus Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Going with Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Stronger versus Backseat Freestyle. I'm choosing Stronger. These two songs are both equally fantastic, but I think the iconic Daft Punk sample for Stronger barely pushes it over the edge for me. I Wonder versus The Art of Peer Pressure. Easily The Art of Peer Pressure. Okay, I still choose The Art of Peer Pressure, but I did lay it hard on you guys. Easily The Art of Peer Pressure. Yes, I Wonder is an amazing song, but I'd say it's top 30 Kanye, whereas The Art of Peer Pressure is top 10 Kendrick. Good Life versus Money Trees. I went with Money Trees. Listen, Good Life is my favorite track on Graduation, but Money Trees is one of the best rap songs, period. I read some comments that were pressed about it, like, have you guys not listened to Money Trees? Can't Tell Me Nothing versus Poetic Justice. I went with Can't Tell Me Nothing. Barry Bonds versus Good Kid. I went with Good Kid. Drunken Hot Girls versus Mad City. If you didn't choose Mad City, you're either dumb or deaf. Flashing Lights versus Swimming Pools. I went with Flashing Lights. Everything I Am versus Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. No question here, I chose Sing About Me. The Glory versus Real. I had to go with The Glory. Homecoming versus Compton. I had to go with Homecoming. This one was pretty tough. I could see it going either way, but I think Homecoming is a slightly more enjoyable track. What a coincidence that both songs are about the cities in which Kanye and Kendrick grew up in. Homecoming being about Chicago and Compton being, you know, about Compton. Big Brother versus The Recipe. I had to go with Big Brother. That's 6 points for Kanye and 7 points for Kendrick. So overall, I guess this would be 7 points for Graduation and 6 points for GKMC, even though I think GKMC is the better album. Flower Boy versus Damn track list ranking. We're gonna go track by track to see which track on which 2017 rap album is the better track. Forward versus Blood. I'm going with Forward. Where This Flower Blooms versus DNA. I love the sunny vibe to Where This Flower Blooms, but DNA is a hot banger. These two songs are low-key equal in my opinion, even though they have two completely different vibes. But yeah, DNA edges it out for me. Sometimes versus Yeah. I'm gonna go with Yeah. See You Again versus Element. See You Again was the song that made me fall in love with Tyler's music. Element is an amazing song, but for me, yes, See You Again is my favorite. Who Dat Boy versus Feel. Listen, Tyler and A$AP Rocky both demolished their verses, but Feel is one of Kendrick's deepest tracks. Pothole versus Loyalty. Two songs with two surprisingly amazing features. I gotta go with the smooth, serene Pothole. Loyalty does have slightly better production. That 24K Magic sample flip is exquisite, but Pothole is just the biggest surprise. I love the song's chill, vibrant soundscape, and Jada Smith actually has a better feature than Rihanna. Garden Shed versus Pride. Estelle singing on the Garden Shed is heavenly, but Pride is one of Kendrick's most underrated tracks. Garden Shed is great, especially this gorgeous production, but Pride is top 3 on Damn. Boredom versus Humble. Boredom is easily the better song. I Ain't Got Time versus Lust. This one's easy, I gotta give it to I Ain't Got Time. 911 Mr. Lonely versus Love. This one's even easier. 911 is an exceptional track. Droppin' Seeds versus XXX. I have to go with Kendrick here. November versus Fear. November is great, but Fear is on another level. Listen, I love Flower Boy. It's a phenomenal record, but there's not one song that reaches the level of intricate storytelling of Kendrick's Fear. Glitter versus God. God, this is the toughest choice here because I actually like God a lot, but I have to go with Tyler's Glitter. No, I was wrong. God is the better song. I like how pretty Glitter sounds, but it's one of the weaker tracks on Flower Boy. Enjoying Right Now Today versus Duckworth. As much as I vibe heavy with Enjoying Right Now, Duckworth is a mind-blowing closer. Duckworth is easily the best track out of both Damn and Flower Boy. Might not be my personal favorite, but this is an exceptional closing track and one of Kendrick's best songs. I'd say it's in his top 10. So that's 7 points for Tyler and 7 points for Kendrick. Donda versus CLB track list ranking. We're going track by track to see which track on which album is the better track. First up, we got Jail versus Champagne Poetry. Two really amazing intro tracks, but I had to go with Jail. Hands down, it's Jail. Champagne Poetry is good, but I'd rather just listen to Tuscan Leather. God Breathed versus Poppy's Home. Both tracks are great, but Poppy's Home is low-key the best song on CLB. I wouldn't say it's the best song on CLB, but it's certainly top 5. Off the Grid versus Girls Want Girls. Not even a question here. Hurricane versus In the Bible. Hurricane takes the W. Praise God versus Love All. I went with Praise God. Jonah versus Fair Trade. I'm actually going with Fair Trade. So I still choose Fair Trade, but Jonah is a great song, a lot more melodic and emotional. Definitely an underrated track off of Donda. Okay versus Way Too Sexy. Easily Way Too Sexy. Whoa, slow down there, buddy. I liked Way Too Sexy when I first heard it. I thought it was cheeky fun, but now I could not care less. I'd say it's still slightly better than Okay, which is somehow more forgettable and leaves even less of an impression. Junia versus TSU. I went with Junia. I don't like either of these that much, but Junia is better than TSU. Believe What I Say versus End Too Deep. This one's way too easy. Believe What I Say. 24 versus Pipe Down. Easily 24. I wouldn't say easily. Pipe Down grew on me a lot over the past year, but yeah, it's still 24 for me. Remote Control versus Yeba's Heartbreak. Remote Control is bottom tier Donda, so I chose Yeba's Heartbreak. Moon versus No Friends in the Industry. Easily Moon. Next we got two bangers, Heaven and Hell versus Knife Talk. Gotta go with Heaven and Hell. Knife Talk isn't all that bad, but Heaven and Hell is still a better song. Then I chose Keep My Spirit Alive over 7 AM on Bridal Path. Jesus Lord versus Erase My Mind. Had to go with Jesus Lord. Erase My Mind is amazing, possibly my favorite song from CLB, but yes, I'm still going with Jesus Lord. New Again versus Fountains. Went with New Again. Television versus Get Along Better. I don't care how much you hate Drake, any sane person is going to choose Get Along Better over Television. Lord I Need You versus You Only Live Twice. I'm actually going with You Only Live Twice. Lil Wayne and Rick Ross have amazing features on that song. Pure Souls versus IMY2. I'm going with Pure Souls. Come to Life versus Effing Fans. Come on, come to life. And finally, No Child Left Behind versus The Remorse. This one's easy peasy for me. No Child Left Behind. That's a total of 15 points for Kanye and 6 points for Drake. So overall, still the same points. However, a lot of the CLB songs have grown on me over the past year. I guess you could call it the Drake effect. Saturation versus Saturation 2 tracklist ranking. Heat versus Gummy, both fantastic intro tracks, but I'm going with Heat. Gold versus Queer. This Q Word track is a bouncy banger, but Gold is iconic. Star versus Jello. I like Jello, but it's easily Star. I used to bump Star heavy back when I was just a little infant listening to hip hop. This song will forever be nostalgic for me. Boys versus Teeth. I'm going with Teeth. Tupac versus Swamp. I'm going with Swamp. Fake versus Tokyo. Tokyo is the better song. Bank versus Jesus. I'm a good Christian boy, so I chose Jesus. Trip versus Chick. You're tripping if you don't choose Chick. Swim versus Junkie. I love Swim, but Junkie is on another level. Swim is one of my personal favorites on Sat 1. It has this really sweet and blissful production on it that I can't get enough of. Bump versus Fight. Both go super hard, but Fight is so underrated. Cash versus Sweet. You guys gonna hate me for this, but I'm choosing Cash. Okay, listen, I know Sweet is a fan favorite Brockhampton song for many, but it never fully clicked with me. It's a very goofy and lighthearted track that I do enjoy, but Cash just has this cinematic and almost sinister quality to it. Milk versus Gamba, I'm going with Milk. Face versus Sunny. Sunny is an amazing song. And finally, the beautiful Bareface outros. Waste versus Summer, I have to go with Summer. Waste is also phenomenal. Bareface is a national treasure. And that leaves us with 5 points for Sat 1 and a whopping 9 points for Sat 2. Alright, these are some updated thoughts on some of these old dusty videos that I've made over the past few months. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and a nasty comment in the comments below. Love you. Peace out.